Next, we'll discuss a more business-oriented operating system, Windows NT. Let's look at an overview of what we're going to cover. First, we're going to talk about the Windows NT environment and its architecture. NT, by the way, stands for New Technology, and it was an operating system that was developed specifically for business applications and for security. We'll talk about the strengths and weaknesses of Windows NT. Then we'll talk about how to evaluate when Windows NT would be the best choice for a PC operating system. If we choose Windows NT, we need to know how to install it and customize it. We'll also talk about how to set up a Windows NT environment for DOS as well as for Windows 3X. And finally, we'll talk about how to use some Windows NT troubleshooting techniques and tools. So Windows NT is a more serious business-oriented operating system. When we compare Windows NT with Windows 9X, there are some stark differences. Windows NT was designed to satisfy the needs of workstations networked in a corporate environment, whereas Windows 9X was really designed to be used on low-end PCs which dominated the home market. Windows NT uses a full 32-bit operating system as soon as it receives control from BIOS. So at startup, BIOS turns over control to Windows NT, and Windows NT goes into 32-bit mode. From that point on, it does not allow any real mode device drivers or any virtual device drivers. So Windows NT is extremely picky about the devices that it will allow to work within its operating system. And we'll talk more about that, but Windows NT is designed to work with business applications. Features of Windows NT include desktop performance, which is significantly improved, especially with business applications. Hardware profiles, which allow us to choose a configuration when we start the computer so that we can have different profiles configured for different uses for the same computer. Internet Explorer, which allows us to browse the internet. Peer web services, which allow us to host web pages on a workstation. Enhanced security. Security is one of the major benefits of the Windows NT operating system, and we'll be talking about how security is further enhanced in the rest of this section. And then operating system stability. Because of the architecture, the way that Windows NT is put together, the stability of the operating system is much improved over Windows 9X. The minimum hardware requirements for Windows NT are a little bit higher than the minimum hardware requirements for Windows 9X. So we'll talk about the minimum requirements and the other platforms that Windows NT can be used on in our next section.